Livin' Grand on Grand Lake is made possible in part by
The Grand Lake Association is in its 60th year promoting the Grand Lake region in partnership with the Oklahoma Department of Tourism. Located in Grove, the Grand Lake Visitor Center welcomes people from around the country and provides information on where to stay, shop, eat, area services, and activities around Grand Lake. The GLA also sponsors the Pelican Festival in September with crafts, a parade, and a carnival. The Grand Lake Boat and Sports Show in March, and the Grand Lake Extravaganza, the world's largest bass tagged event. More information is available at grandlakefun.com.
and by
The Grand River Dam Authority is Oklahoma's state-owned electric utility, fully funded by revenues from electric and water sales instead of taxes. GRDA's low-cost, reliable power touches 75 of 77 counties in Oklahoma. At no cost to taxpayers, GRDA also manages 70,000 surface acres of lakes in the state, including Grand Lake, Lake Hudson, and the W.R. Hallway Reservoir. Today, GRDA's 500-member workforce continues to produce the same power for progress that has benefited the state for over 75 years.
and by
You can experience the excitement. You can experience the fun. You can experience the freedom. Your adventure awaits.
and by
There's no need to travel for quality health care. Integris Grove Hospital provides exceptional care close to home. From primary care to specialists like OBGYN, cardiology, orthopedics, urology, ophthalmology, and more. Integris Grove Hospital. Quality care close to home.
and by viewers and members like you.
We're here at the beautiful Arrowhead Yacht Club. I'm Tad Jones.
I'm Christy Wallace, and here's a sneak peek at what's coming up on Living Grand on Grand Lake.
All that and more on this week's show. Awarded the 2009 Route 66 Business of the Year, Afton Station is a must-see of the Mother Road. We've got Packard's Route 66 memorabilia and other surprises, so sit back and relax, take your mind back to yesteryear, and here's our tour of Afton Station.
Afton Station is a restored DX gas station that I bought in 1998. It had been a 24-hour gas station for probably 50 years during the prime of Route 66.
In its day, it was one of the largest service stations on all of Route 66.
We have restored the gas station, the buildings, and built new buildings here in order to house and display a collection of antique cars and other cars that are important to me. Mostly the automobiles are Packards. We have two large showrooms here. You are currently in the post-war showroom where we display cars that were built after World War II. We have the original Packard dealer sign from the Packard dealership in York, Pennsylvania. I bought this at auction in York, Pennsylvania when the dealer went out of business. And I've had it restored. It is in full working condition, and it is exactly like it would have been in 1950 when they installed it in the dealership. This is a back showroom at Afton Station, Route 66 Packard. We house most of the vehicles in here are post-war or pre-war vehicles built before 1940, and most of them are Packard automobiles. They range in age from 1923, which is the oldest Packard we have and the oldest car here, through 1937. Now, one of the things you need to know about Packards is that every one of them had a symbol on it. Most people are familiar with the Ford oval or the Chevrolet bow tie. Well, the symbol for a Packard was the ox yoke, and that was a shape that was something like this, that the oxen would pull the cart with. This particular hood ornament is one of the classic Packard hood ornaments of the time. We call it the donut chaser. It's a winged lady holding a wheel out front. This is not just a showroom, it's a working restoration shop. We're always in the process of restoring an automobile here.
Route 66 was, at the time, the main road across America.
When Highway 66 became almost unused as a result of the Eisenhower highway system, they built I-44 in the mid-70s, and so people stopped traveling the old roads.
The most important things in my estimation about Route 66 are preservation, number one. We really have to get busy all across Route 66 from Chicago to Los Angeles and get some of these buildings restored before they fall down. It's too much of an important part of Route 66 history to let it go.
So take your trip down Route 66 to Afton Station and stay tuned. We'll be right back.
I'm Jennifer Sterling, Program Manager for RSU Public TV. One of the things I love about being part of RSU TV is that it's much more than just a television station, really more like a family. Our viewers are committed to helping us bring the best possible programming to northeastern Oklahoma. We've introduced a new way to become part of the RSU TV family, the Signal Society. It works like this. Pledge a recurring monthly gift of $10 a month or more right now, and you'll become a member. It's automatically deducted from your credit or debit card or bank account until you cancel. It's easy on the budget for people who want to help, and we'll be able to spend less time and money fundraising. As our special thanks to you when you join the Signal Society, you'll receive a beautiful RSU TV stadium blanket and etched coffee mug. It's so easy to join and help us keep all those great programs on the air. Just call 1-800-823-7210 or go online to rsu.tv. We appreciate your support. If you've been a member for a while, thank you so much. And if you're new, welcome to the family.
Welcome back. Here's what's happening on and around Grand Lake this week.
September is Festival and Event Month here at Grand Lake, and we're going to kick it off this month with one of the best festivals we have. For 21 years running, the Hook and Cook, the Vive broadcast Hook and Cook. And here to talk about that today is Executive Director of the South Grand Lake Area Chamber of Commerce, Rusty Fleming. Welcome to the show.
Brian, it's a pleasure for us to be here, be able to talk about this event. It's one of the greatest around Grand Lake for the last 21 years, as you know. And you know we're long on integrity, right?
Well, I do know that.
And this is a contest where cheating is encouraged. And let me explain that to you a little bit. Of course, we want to crown the very, very best catfish cooker on Grand Lake.
Yes, we do.
And we have 10 teams entered from various corporate sponsors. And of course, you mentioned Vive Broadband as our major name sponsor of the event. But there's also a People's Choice Award. And basically what you do is the most people that vote for your fish, that's the guy that gets the People's Choice Award. So he who can sell the most tickets and encourage people to come and vote for him will be the People's Choice Award winner. But then there are also a series of 7 to 9 judges that judge hush puppies, the fish itself, and coleslaw. And there's categories for each, and baked beans.
The connoisseurs.
We can tell you who the baked bean guy is right now because we only have one entry. So,
well, it's certainly a family-oriented event.
yes, it is, very much so, and it's scheduled for September 13th, by the way. And things get underway around 11 a.m. with of course, the exhibitors are there long before that, but there's a kids zone for the kids. There's I think we have some 20 exhibitors that will be there with booth space and various different things. We're going to have a car and cycle show, so something for everybody.
At the Grand Lake Regional Airport, just outside of Ketchum, easy to find. Signage will be up all over the place.
Now, one thing I didn't mention, and you're right, bringing up the airport, is we're going to have some warbirds come in.
Oh, great.
And rides will be available in the warbirds for a donation to the event.
Outstanding.
And, having been up, I can tell you it's a great experience.
Yes,
it is. Lots of fun, sure.
Same birds that we saw flying in at the 4th of July will be out there
Exactly
at the 21st Hook and Cook-Off. Well, I know it continues to get better and better. And I mean, what's a ticket cost us to eat all day?
A ticket at the gate is going to be $8 and children $5. And then in advance, by going to the Chamber's website, you can purchase them at a discount and get $1 off each ticket. So that's what we encourage everyone to do. And last year, in the middle of a driving rainstorm, we had 800 people. But in a normal weekend, we'll get maybe 2,500 at this event. So it's a significant fundraiser for the Chamber, and it's really a lot of fun.
It's a great way to kick off the month of September, and it's going to be out at the Grand Lake Regional Airport, the 21st annual Vive Broadband Hook and Cook-Off this Saturday. See you out there. Thank you, sir.
You are welcome.
Well, fall is a super busy time around Grand Lake, and I am excited to have a guest today to tell us about Festifall, an exciting event in Miami. This is the second annual event, and Michelle, I have been, and I love Festifall, besides the fact that it's a super cute name.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that. Yeah, we started this last year in kind of a resurgence of our sidewalk sale, downtown event. We have a dinner, crab boil dinner before, and some golf on Friday, but then our main event is on Saturday, which is our downtown and our historic district.
And of course, downtown Miami, I mean, since they've, years ago we had the kind of winding street.
Yes.
That's been straightened out. So beautiful downtown. Flowers and light poles everywhere.
Coleman Theater.
It's
our historic buildings.
Yes.
It's wonderful.
Tell me about the sidewalk sale. What can we expect?
Well, we start off with a 5K run that benefits United Way first thing in the morning.
I think I'm busy for that, but what else could I
have to be setting up.
Oh, okay.
So
I'll help you volunteer.
I'll be walking my 5K up and down the street.
But I'm sure some viewers would love to come to the 5K.
Exactly. Yeah. Great benefits a great cause. United Way is one of the great organizations that helps so many
much for our community.
So many different organizations in our community. So we love to be able to support that. And so that's our first kickoff of the morning. We'll also have people out bright and early starting their chili cook-off and barbecue contest. They show up early and stay late and get all the meat smoked and all that. And that benefits the Miami High School War Dog basketball boosters.
Excellent. And we can buy tasting kits, right?
$5 and you get all the chili and barbecue you want.
So for $5, what a cheap meal. You just go around and the food's fabulous. I mean, there's some great cooks in Miami.
It is wonderful. It's great. And it's a great deal, to support these basketball teams in our schools and everything they do. So, but it is great. It's right there on First National Bank's parking lot, like it has been for years, and it's just a lot of fun. I know my mom and dad come down every year, so it's enjoyable for that. It is.
And then the sidewalk sale, it's more than just the businesses who are on Main Street, right? There are other people who participate.
It is, because our downtown district doesn't have near as much retail as it did years ago. Back in the 80s, Miami's sidewalk sale was huge, and people came from all over to participate. But since we don't have as many retailers downtown,
seems like we're a little more spread out now in Miami.
We are, but what we do is we offer any business in Ottawa County that wants to participate to come down and set up a booth. So, what I tell people, I said, if your grandma crochets doilies at home and sells them and wants to do this, give us a call and register and come on down.
Excellent. What time does the sidewalk sale start?
9 a.m. and then we plan on having it wrapped up by 2. We have entertainment, fair food that'll be there, all kinds of different things, car show, lots of fun stuff.
Okay, where can our viewers get more information?
You can go to our website at miamiokchamber.com or call us at 918-542-4481.
Excellent. Well, thank you for joining us, Michelle, and I am looking forward to Festifall this weekend.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. That's what's happening around Grand Lake this week. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
watch any longer on television, but I say there is. RSU TV brings you a unique look at our world every day, from great chefs taking you on a tour of the world with their fantastic food,
to turn your home into your favorite restaurant,
to old-time praise songs with classic gospel hosted by Bill Gaither. RSU TV is delivering the best in programming on television, and you can be a part of this. Become a member of RSU TV Signal Society. Your reoccurring gift of $10 a month will help RSU TV continue to bring great programs into your home. All you have to do is call 1-800-823-7210 or go online to rsu.tv and click the donate button. And when you do, we'll ask you for your credit card or check card number, and every month, $10 will be automatically deducted from your account. This is the most important thing we can do to assure that there is a tomorrow for RSU TV. And when you become a Signal Society member, we'll give you this beautiful fleece blanket and this wonderful coffee mug, both with our logo on the side. As General Manager of RSU TV, I want to thank you for your continued support of this station, the programming we offer, and the changes we're making as we become engaged in our communities.
Well, I know you're going to enjoy this next segment, a tour of the beautiful Coleman Theater in Miami. It will truly take you back in time, this beautiful, beautiful theater right here in our area. So grab your popcorn, sit down, and enjoy.
We are one of my favorite places, the Coleman Theater in Miami, Oklahoma. And you talk about opulent, this is the place. And Barbara Smith is with us, the Executive Director.
Good morning, Tim.
It's good to see you again.
Yes.
We did a great documentary a few years ago, and it's great to visit again to show you all what's happened and changed here. But first off, can you give us the cliff notes on what the Coleman Theater is?
Well, it is the most beautiful historic theater in the state of Oklahoma. As a matter of fact, the state legislature just declared us the premier vaudeville theater, historical theater of the state of Oklahoma. Cool. It was effective last November, and so we have that new prestigious honor. We've won all kinds of awards. We saved this theater from the wrecking ball. They used to have opulent theaters like this in Tulsa and Oklahoma City, and there are still some great theaters in Oklahoma. They're all valuable to their communities, but this is certainly the grandest, most opulent. And in fact, it is the grandest, most opulent theater in a town this size in all of America.
Can you describe a little bit what we're looking at?
Well, this is a Versailles, kind of Louis XIV, 15th interior, although the exterior is Spanish, and that's because George Coleman, who was a water well digger, discovered lead and zinc and became a multimillionaire, liked the inside, but he made the architects change the outside to Spanish, and he wrote the checks, so he made the rules.
Exactly. You got the money, you can be as eclectic as you want.
He loved theater. He wanted to bring vaudeville to his workers who made him so wealthy, and so he built this grand theater in 330 days.
Now, when you started the restoration, this place was in bad shape. I mean, even the carpet?
The carpet was stripped out in 1948.
And this is all special, though, because it has his, what's CT?
That is the Coleman family crest. They were Kohlmann from Germany, and they Americanized their names. The CT is Coleman Theater. We had a little piece of it left. And getting a carpet company to weave a carpet nobody would ever buy but us was not an easy task. But they had taken out the original seats, there were holes in the roof, plaster had fallen off, water was running down the walls, but we were still open, and there'd be 7 or 8 people here to see a movie and sit under the balcony if it were raining, so they wouldn't get wet. So, you know, we saw the beauty of this place. The bones were here. There was no gold leaf, no crystal. Everything in this lobby was stripped. The walls were bare, the carpet was gone. There was linoleum tile upstairs, no furniture, and the seats had been modernized and had springs sticking up. The mighty Wurlitzer organ was gone. The 2,000-pound chandelier that hangs inside, all that was gone. It's all been restored, so it looks very much like it did on April the 18th, 1929, when people first walked in this palace.
You know, you can see this on video and it looks spectacular, but in person, the theater is amazing.
There's really no way to describe it, even with pictures, until you come and experience it. Because theater is to be experienced, you know, that's what theater is really all about. So And this one is certainly one to be experienced. People walk in, their jaws just drop. We've had people from 28 countries here and every state in the union. Of course, Route 66 is right at our front door, so the tourism business is really big for us.
You can tell by the lines I'm reciting. I've seen that movie too.
Again, with the history thing, you've preserved so much stuff.
Yes.
This is one of the original backdrops from when?
From the grand opening night, painted by Great Western Scenery Company in 1928. It's unretouched. We didn't know it was there. When we fixed the fly system and brought it down, we just almost sobbed because there it was in all its glory. It wasn't leaking up there.
And people don't realize, too, there is an immense amount of up above us.
It's 60 feet up where we suspend the curtains and all of the scenery, and it can fly right up. We call it the fly system. And sometimes we'll say, let us show you the ropes, because that's how everything goes up and down.
Oh, I like that. And over here you have a very special project that I don't know how you pulled this off. This is the original organ that was here in the beginning, right?
Yes, and actually it was created for this theater at the instruction of Mr. Coleman. So it was built in 1928 for the Coleman Theater. Still had our name on it. It was in terrible shape, and it was sold twice. And we finally located it with an organ collector in Burleson, Texas, and persuaded him to bring it back and restore it, and he still works on it. He's getting up in his late 70s, but he won't let anybody else work on it. So,
so this actually works?
Oh, it does, and it's got lots of instruments, and it's incredible. And we have an amazing house organist it's Dennis James. He's world famous. He lives in New York, and he plays all over the world. So he comes 3 times a year. Our investment in this organ has continued, and we just added recently 6 new instruments. Today it is the equivalent of an organ that has been valued at $1 million.
So now we're up in the balcony, and this is pretty incredible. You filled all the seats up, but sometimes you're not alone up here, are you?
We never really feel alone in the theater, and actually we never feel afraid in the theater. And you know, I'm a theater person. All good theaters have spirits. And they're not ghosts, they're spirits.
Spirits.
Yes. And you leave a little bit of yourself, you know. And we've had some experiences smelling some bay rum aftershave we've never been able to find anywhere that supposedly a Mr. Roberts used to wear, and a little whiff of Mr. Coleman's cigar smoke maybe. And they have learned to like us. They used to kind of frighten us, but they feel very welcome. We feel welcome because it's so beautiful. They have their theater back. It's just like they're satisfied. Their theater's here, and when we leave, it becomes theirs, I suppose.
You don't just have it open for shows. You do give tours all the time. I mean, this is on a regular route for a lot of places.
We are open Tuesday through Saturday, and we do tours all the time. And you know, people hear the stories and so on, but when they hear the story of what this community did, it's really special.
That's neat. And talking about special, it's really hard to not pick out special things on this place, but the chandelier is incredible, and you got to tell me the story on how you got this back to where it is.
Well, we knew that it was there, and I got tired of hearing about it. So I thought, what's the big deal about a chandelier? Well, they found it.
So it wasn't here at the time?
It wasn't here.
Okay.
It was taken down in '57. It was about to fall. We put it back in 2004. We found just the metal pieces in the horse stable on the Coleman property. No glass, no crystal, nothing. And it took us several years to find a company it was made in Italy, and that company wasn't there. So we had to find somebody that could do the acid slumped glass, and we had to get all the Belgian crystals, and it cost a lot of money because it's very large, larger than it looks in perspective, and it has 256 light bulbs, and we have to clean it every couple of years and change all the light bulbs. And now we're looking at what are we going to do when incandescent is no longer available. But this July it's due again. So we have a few kind of going out, but it turns red and blue and yellow, and it's just spectacular.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Well, I hope you'll tour the Coleman Theater on one of your next trips to Grand Lake. Stay tuned, we have more after this.
Today I'd like to help familiarize boaters with buoys commonly found on the waterways that we might be boating. One of the first and most common buoys that we come across are no-wake buoys. These buoys help to indicate how far we need to be from certain obstacles. The state law requires us to be 150 feet from any bridges, docks, piers, anchored or moored vessels. So these indicate how far we need to stay from these obstacles. The second buoy that we might encounter is a square, which indicates information in that area. It could explain that there is a marina or a restaurant in the area. The third commonly found on our waterways is a triangle, which indicates that there's some kind of danger in the area. Could be sandbars in the water or some kind of shallow obstruction or piers or old bridges. When you see these, please stay out of the area. The last buoy I have indicates that it is an exclusion area. This area indicates that boaters should not go past that point for many reasons. So when you're out on the waterways, make sure you pay attention to the buoys and have a safe day.
Well, Tad, we had a fantastic show today, and I know our viewers are going to want to go check out Oklahoma's premier vaudeville theater, the Coleman Theater in Miami.
Absolutely, and then cruise right down Route 66 to Afton Station to see those great Packards.
Absolutely, something for everybody. We hope you'll join us next week on Living Grand on Grand Lake.
Livin' Grand on Grand Lake is made possible in part by
the Grand Lake Association is in its 60th year promoting the Grand Lake region in partnership with the Oklahoma Department of Tourism. Located in Grove, the Grand Lake Visitor Center welcomes people from around the country and provides information on where to stay, shop, eat, area services, and activities around Grand Lake. The GLA also sponsors the Pelican Festival in September with crafts, a parade, and a carnival. The Grand Lake Boat and Sports Show in March, and the Grand Lake Extravaganza, the world's largest bass tagged event. More information is available at grandlakefun.com.
And by
the Grand River Dam Authority is Oklahoma's state-owned electric utility, fully funded by revenues from electric and water sales instead of taxes. GRDA's low-cost, reliable power touches 75 of 77 counties in Oklahoma. At no cost to taxpayers, GRDA also manages 70,000 surface acres of lakes in the state, including Grand Lake, Lake Hudson, and the W.R. Hallway Reservoir. Today, GRDA's 500-member workforce continues to produce the same power for progress that has benefited the state for over 75 years.
And by
you can experience the excitement. You can experience the fun. You can experience the freedom. Your adventure awaits.
And by
there's no need to travel for quality health care. Integris Grove Hospital provides exceptional care close to home. From primary care to specialists like OB/GYN, cardiology, orthopedics, urology, ophthalmology, and more. Integris Grove Hospital. Quality care close to home.
And by viewers and members like you.